Long time ago, when God delivered the people of Israel from the captivity of Egypt, he led them through the desert for 40 years, valiantly. During those times, God gave a set of 10 commandments to the people of Israel. That included: "You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make idols. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. Honor your father and your mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet." But in the New Testament, Jesus summarized the 10 commandments into 2 great commandments. This is clearly explained in Matthew 22:37-40. Let's read. Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. These 2 commandments are based on a single foundation called love. Love. All the ministries and fellowship in the New Testament were based on love. That is because love is the most powerful weapon in the world. When we read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it explains love in the form of charity. It says, "Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil. Rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth." Love is also mentioned as a fruit of Spirit in Galatians chapter 5 verses 22. According to 1 John chapter 4 verses 8, God himself is a form of love. God stands as a great example and teaches us how to love. He so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son to die for the world. In the similar manner we should also love our God and Creator first. Secondly, we should love our neighbor as ourselves. Bible says we should never bear false witness against our neighbor or defraud our neighbor. If we love one another, then God will dwell within us. Finally, when we read in 1 John chapter 4 verses 21, "He who loveth God loveth his brother also. Therefore first love your God wholeheartedly, and he will do the rest for you and bring you to perfection in holiness, thus making you ready for his coming."